For today's cup of coffee, this one is going to be more serious. And this is our little guy. This is Milo, and he's purring right now, but we're still having to force fluids and food. And so we don't know. We don't know if he's going to make it or not. We don't know what's wrong with him. Prayers. I mean, he's purring, but nothing appears to be visibly wrong. The vet had no idea what was going on. He gives us medicine for 3 days, which will take us to Saturday, So that's the reason that we put out the video yesterday, even though I was trying to have a little bit of humor about it. And, are the cats possessed? And Kid says indeed that they are, that they're actually the possessors. And no, this was one of our rescue kitties from the shelter, and Brother is back there. These are the ones that are part Maine Coon, and just best kitties in the world. They really are. So again, if anybody has any information that they know, if they've got a vet friend that they can call and say, hey, these people have got kitty that won't eat, won't drink, apparently, has had the examinations as far as them sedating him and looking down his esophagus as far as they could. They did not do x-rays. Yeah, we would appreciate any of that.
They didn't even have a scope to look far down, but
Well, welcome to Southwest Virginia. So it's not just the people's lack of quality care, but the pets do too. And that's not just here. That's lots of places around the world. But what I also want to say is, in this day and time, it would be very easy to become a doomer. And I've had to fight it myself. And it's when we have to remember that we are in a battle. This is a spiritual battle. Everybody's in it. If you're not in it, if it's not hitting you, either give it a minute or maybe you re-examine and see which side you're on.
Yeah.
For real. And was praying earlier, have prayed lots. Well, I do that every day, but especially the past couple of days. And was reminded of the scene from Never Ending Story about Atreyu when they were in was it the Swamp of Despair or whatever it was? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
And that his horse was in the swamp. I don't remember the horse's name right now, do you? And he started to sink. And Atreyu was like, no, don't let the darkness take you. Because he knew, that was the whole thing, that darkness was taking and eating the land up. Mm. And part of it was, as far as people had forgotten, they had forgotten the tales, they had forgotten the stories. Mm-hmm. And so, I think was it Artemis? I can't remember if that was, I don't think that was what it was. Artex, maybe, was the horse's name. And he kept trying to pull the horse back to safety and pull him back to safety. And I think that's what we're doing with a lot of people right now, is trying to pull them back to safety. Mm-hmm. And the horse didn't make it. It allowed the swamp and the depression and the darkness to overwhelm it. So, Atreyu had to go on regardless. And I think a lot of us, from some of the sources I have, are going to be facing that. So be forewarned on that. And we all make our choices. Sometimes we make bad choices and have to have the consequences of those. Some of those choices we were ill-informed. But it's a matter of not allowing the darkness to take the rest of us. Because that's exactly what it wants. And it's like the wolf character, which was the forerunner of the darkness. And, that Atreyu finally slew him. And that's exactly what we got to do. I don't know if these things are reptilians. I know it's a demonic presence. Everybody knows it's a demonic presence. Even people, now that's one thing about it, people who were not believers are very much becoming believers during this period of time. And they're like, oh, those Bible thumpers, they may have something, they may be right about some of these things. So it's a matter of having hope. Even when things look dark, when they look darker, be the light. And I'm speaking to myself on that too.
Yep. Prayers for him too, please. We need all the prayers that we can get.
Yeah, because we don't know if he's going to make it through the weekend.
If he doesn't, that's going to crush me.
It's going to crush us both. But it's one of those that sometimes you just have to accept things.
Oh, fuck that.
There are some things that you can do. There's things that you can't do. I'm one of those people, if I can't figure out a solution, it bothers me greatly.
Mm-hmm.
But some things don't have a solution.
It's not fair.
Well, nobody ever said this planet was fair, honey. But what I'm going to do, the research that I did, that there is a liver condition that can make kitties not want to eat. And so if he's not any better by tomorrow, what I'm going to do is start milk thistle, because at this point it can't hurt.
Nope.
And milk thistle, I am not a vet, I am not whatever, but it can clear out liver. Historically, it has been used for liver dysfunction. But I just want everyone out there that's going through stuff, and I know this is not our normal cup of coffee. This is a strong cup. We do care about you.
Yeah.
We do value that you're on this planet. Even if you've never made a comment, even if you've just half watched the video, whatever, we care that you're on the planet. And you've got purpose, even if you don't know it right now. Your purpose may be to go out today and give somebody a smile. Mm-hmm. That may be the very thing that person needs to help get them through another day. So, and we have lots of other things to discuss in the near future, as far as like ley lines, as far as the electromagnetic field. We've got all kinds of things that have been suggested. I know that the folks there on Odyssey have given me a lot of good suggestions. Any of the other folks that's like, hey, have you thought about doing this, doing that? We like those suggestions, because sometimes the rabbit hole, it depends on my day, whether it's like, oh, let's see what they're doing today, and my resources. And we value your all's intelligence, because we know that we have a highly intelligent audience. Because the people that are not intelligent are not going to sit and ponder these things.
No.
So, yeah, just lots of prayers, and let us be of an encouragement to you. Yeah, it's a little bit of an espresso shot. It's not a downer. It's a matter of fighting. Yeah.
I'll be damned if he loses.
Well, we're going to do that.
Both be damned if he loses.
Absolutely. I'm not going to go down without a fight. That's not our nature.
It's not a choice.
No.
There is no choice but to fight.
Right. And that includes for you all. That includes for some of these other people that are already doomers or black-pilled. That includes these people that are, that are deceived. Pray for them. If they're not willing to talk to you, pray for them. Now, some people have already made choices, and they're, the consequences have not yet been seen. Pray for them, because they're going to need it. We've got a world that needs prayer. And that was one thing about it, that Christ said, do not be deceived. And I'll tell you, in my Bible thumper speech, if we're not in the last days, we've missed a damn good chance of being there. So, if you've experiences with the supernatural, paranormal, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, poor little sick kitties, If you've got local, regional, family, myths, legends, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking the time to have a cup. Thank you for, those who would take the time to say a prayer for us. Yeah. And we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.
Like, share. Y'all know the spiel already.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Pray for him, please.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.